Well, thank you so much for your time, Stellan, and welcome to Mexico. So I want to know, sentimental value, touches the memory and the family relations in a really subtle way. So what encouraged you or what brought you to the project or what were you interested in?
First of all, it was the director,
Yes.
because I've seen his films, and he's very special, and he's getting better and better with each film. So I wanted to work with him. And then, of course, he presented a fantastic script. But the script itself alone would not have been that good, because it's his way of handling the material that is special.
Your character is, a man who looks into his past, with melancholy. So, did you learn something about yourself? Do you resemble in that way with him?
I don't know. Maybe I did, but it's not like I learned. It's just specific. It's not like a brick of clay or whatever. But it's I learned about my relationships because the characters is somewhat related to me. I mean, he's a director. He could be an artist. He could be a painter. He could be an actor. But because he has the conflict between his art and his family life, is one of the conflicts he has, and to balance that, and he's failed to balance that, and that, of course, I can recognize. But I don't recognize myself in him in that sense, because he's an older generation in a way. He's like even if he's the same age as me, he's a 20th century man.
The movie watches how time passes. So in our relationships, do you think time plays an important part of your acting process? And
I don't look back very much. Mm. But I mean, of course, doing this script, you had to look back. Sometimes when you look back, it's not that funny, but but it's good, and you. At this point of my life, if I look back and I see I've done really bad films, I've done really good films, I've done mediocre films and stuff, and you look at them and you feel that there's sort of you have a lot of friends. You have not only the people that you work with, but even the characters can be friends in a way, And you look back at it, and then you say to yourself, well, you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, but maybe I should have done that. Even the bad things made me what I am today, because otherwise I would be someone else if I didn't do bad things, So it's a sort of you get to an acceptance of the complexity and the contradictions of life in a way when you get older.
You mentioned that Joachim was one of the main things that get you to that get you excited about this movie. I like the way he's bringing some cinema that maybe we were not able to see here in Mexico, maybe in this festival, because of the Nordic cinema. We seem like far away. Do you think Joaquin's like playing an important part in that expansion that we in Latin America are now seeing? Looking,
yeah. Well, it is fantastic that he has such a common language, because it's in a way it's a film that is sort of about relationships. That sounds pretty boring, but it isn't. It's very light and it's very funny. At the same time, he takes the problems those people have very seriously, but he doesn't have any solution. He leaves it open. I mean, they deal with their problems in their lives, and there's no conclusion, but there's perhaps there's forgiveness, there's tolerance, there's beginning to an understanding, and it does. It's not only globally it works in any society, but it also works for whatever age group. But my 13-year-old son, he was very moved by the film, and he said, and it didn't feel slow, and he thinks every film is slow.
Okay. And today, I think is the first time Mexican audience is going to see the movie. and Mexican audience are really, you're really passionate about everything. So are you excited about that? Do you have any expectation of what the audience is going to react?
No, of course you're always a little worried, but you feel safer now because it has opened in Cannes, it has opened in several festivals, and people tend to like it. So, but and I think I mean, you have fathers, you have children, you have all the basic pieces of the film are already there for you. So you'll love it.
Okay, and well, my show is called ¿Qué estás viendo?, which means what are you watching? So I want to ask you, is there any series or any film recommendation you want to give to the audience? Maybe something that you really, really enjoy?
What I want to watch is Paul Thomas Anderson's new film. I've heard so much about it, so I'm dying to see it myself, and I hope that everybody else is dying to see it too. Chopin is fantastic.